There's so many businesses that actually do such a remarkable job at
No
what it is what they do, and nobody knows they exist. I hear a lot of businesses say, well, I hired these companies and they came in and what they didn't work. And I think it goes to what you were saying earlier. There's a lot of really bad advice, and there's people that know if they just thrash around and make noise, they're going to do better than you doing nothing.
No doubt.
But it doesn't mean it's benefiting long-term your business. So how would somebody know if somebody really knew what they were talking about or something relative to helping them?
Boy, that's hard because, it's funny. I equated this to websites. Do you remember when it was really freaking hard to do a website?
Yeah.
You remember you had to have a guy.
Yeah.
You knew a guy, and he was a coder.
Yeah.
And he used Adobe Dreamweaver or some sort of program that none of us had time to figure out.
Yeah.
Then Squarespace came along. Now everybody's a website builder. Now everybody's an expert. Social media is the same. Social media marketing has, to me, and digital marketing has felt the same way. It's everyone's an expert, and it is really hard. What I would say is self-education is key. So if you haven't done your own research and you don't understand, you've got to do your own business strategy.
Yeah.
Before you hire, what that tells me is if you've hired someone and you believe them and they don't deliver for you, you probably don't have your business strategy together.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's my guess. So, if you've understood who you're talking to, what platforms they're on, and what you need to be doing is getting to the point where you're hiring because you know what you want, not hiring because you don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, that's abdication is why these guys get in trouble. They hire people, they want the cheapest.
Right.
Then they hire people that come in that are slingers.
Yep.
And then they go out and spend money on things that don't work.
Exactly.
And then they say social media doesn't work.
Of course.
And they create the mindset that, and because they tried to do it all wrong from the first place.
Yep. And it's off their plate. That's the whole thing. I've got to run my business. That's off my plate. When it's the most important plate in your business.
Yeah.
So, research, data, understand the data, and optimize, constantly optimize. Those are like my 3 basics.
Strategy.
Yeah.
So you said strategy, then do the research.
Create the strategy.
Yeah.
Right.
Strategy, then do the
Research.
research, optimize your messaging.
Based on the data.
And then what was the fourth one? Or was the fourth
That was,
one?
let's see, strategy, research, data, data and optimize.
You need the data to
You need the
optimize.
data to optimize. Yeah,
Got
you have to spend some time with it. But yeah, I enjoy the process though of taking a business with a good foundation, because I know that I can put gas on that. I can fuel the success of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude. I like somebody that you go in that's like a service provider, has a great product.
Yep.
And you go in there and you experience it and you're like, I just don't get why everybody doesn't understand this and know about it. And then you put gasoline on their message.
Yes.
They already can deliver. And that's the sad part. There's so many businesses that actually do such a remarkable job at what it is what they do, and nobody knows they exist.
I know.
And they're confined by their boundaries. They say, oh, I'm a local market guy. The truth is, if you took whatever you're doing and put it online, you'd have people all around the world hitting it saying, hey, how can I order it? How do I get it?
There's a guy that cuts my hair. He comes to my house. And I tell him, I say, people are busy, right? The Ubers of everything. Every startup is the Uber of something, because nobody has time to go do the things they used to go do when they can Amazon delivers it faster and better. And so, I'm just using him as an example, and he's amazing. I mean, look at this hair.
Yeah, you look amazing.
He did it this morning. He came by at 7:00 this morning.
Wow. Every day he comes by?
He comes once a week. People ask me a lot, we're in the Northwest. I got to keep the hipster going.
It's not really fair, because the guy that can cut his hair every week has great hair. The guy that needs to grow his hair out for months to cover the spots that don't grow, it's just not fair.
That's not fair. Yeah. Well, listen, I'll get there. I'm sure I'll get there. But I pay him more because, I pay him less than what I'd pay if I went to the shop. But paying him directly, he makes more than being at the shop.
Yep.
Right? So it's great for both of us. But I think, God, it would be so easy if he could find a way to put his service online. There's a s'more shop in Portland. They're gourmet s'mores, and they're building their first brick. They're called 1927 S'mores Co., and they're building their first brick and mortar. And it's like it's an amazing experience, because everybody's about experiences now, right? So that's really what these services are about now. Whether it's a product or a service, it's the experience that you're getting with them. So it's like I fed my kids breakfast while I got a haircut. What a great experience that was.
Yeah.
You know, I want this gourmet log cabin, marshmallow, peanut butter, make your own, build your own s'more experience. And I see these businesses and I think, God, I would go like this, I would do that. And then I would go, okay. And I'm like, it pains me inside when I think about the opportunity that all these different types, whether you're, you know, your food and beverage or your automotive or whatever it is, the vertical that you're in, I'm just like, man, if I could only make that happen. You know, a good example is one of my buddies, Brian Benstock. He actually is one of the #1 car dealers in the country, and he found a way to put his service department fully operational in the middle of the night. And so when you, Brandon, need service on your car, at the end of your day, they come get it out of your driveway while you're sleeping.
Wow.
They service it, and in the morning, you didn't even know it left.
Yeah, why not? That actually makes all the sense to me in the world.
That's the experience. So it's all about finding those experiences and using your strategy and, you know, putting together a plan and creating this, you know, digital presence that nobody else has and sharing your message.
And people will pay more for that stuff.
No
for
doubt.
the convenience.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
No doubt. So I just love it. I love the business strategy. I love helping people connect with their consumers, but really it's not just connecting, building the relationship, building
that's
that
great.
trusted relationship.